That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday Fun Day, and we are live in the alley with Billy Trzynski and Josh Savali. Let's go, Buffalo! Sunday afternoon in the alley. Girls, boys, and bills at Downtown Brew. Ballet. Prognostications and various jokes.
The smokers in the alley.
Are we good? Oh, we are great. And welcome to week 2 of Live
In the Alley!
The vibes are terrible after Monday night's horrible loss.
Oh, man.
I mean, you can start off with that, right? And just get it out of the way.
Do you want to talk about it? I don't.
A little bit?
Okay.
A little bit. We could
Josh Allen sucked.
There we go. All right, well, that's the end of that. But, yeah, 4 turnovers, yeah. There were some bright spots. Bright spots. It's a loss. It's hard to take something from nothing. You know who looked really good? Leonard Floyd.
Indeed.
Acquired defensive end. He looked solid. Real bendy. He's like kind of like Gumby out there.
Yeah.
Rousseau looked...
I mean, he's like Von Miller.
Yeah, yes. And bendy, and they dip, and they do whatever they want to do.
Too. Like, it's a big person who can do stuff.
Rousseau looked really good across from him. I mean, the defensive line, the Jets' offensive line, and I think Jimmer could have said, isn't anything to write home about. So the Bills took advantage of it. They chased whatever quarterback was back there. They chased around pretty well.
They killed one.
Yeah, they did. Cook, I thought, looked good on the offense. He's definitely a year 2 guy with some speed and some pass blocking improvements.
Okay.
Diggs was great.
That's it.
100 yards, touchdown. I mean, what more could you ask from your number 1 guy? Who else? Oh, Matt Milano's scary good.
Oh, man. He's...
Oh. You got it. All right, we'll start with this. This is an easy way to do it. Offensive-wise, most valuable player on the Bills' offense. It's kind of tough. Without a W.
It has to be Diggs.
Diggs and Kincaid, I'm not going to say he was the MVP of the offense, but they definitely made an effort to get him the ball and have him on the field. That was cool. Least valuable player not named Josh Allen on the offense. I got one for you.
Spencer Brown.
You hit it right on the head. He stinks. I mean, and they missed the boat on getting 41-year-old Jason Peters. He signed with somebody else.
Yeah,
I'd have taken him over Spencer Brown. You got to get it together.
He was drafted in like 2002.
As a tight end. He played tight end at Arkansas. He was great.
And he's at 21 years in the league.
Yeah.
As a tackle.
And he's
a Pro Bowl, like a great tackle.
Right, and he'd probably still be better than 3 years Spencer Brown. Yeah, caramba. Defensively, got a defensive MVP. They all look good. I mean, the defense looked sharp.
Milano was awesome.
Floyd
was awesome.
Floyd.
Defense is great. You give up 4 turnovers.
Yeah. Well, how many games?
And only 16 points.
Right. That's my point. How many games in the NFL are you going to win when you give up 16 points on your defense? 90% of them?
The Bills, they should win 100%.
Right. If they give up 16 points, they should win every single game. They averaged 26 points a game last year, second in the NFL. They should win all of those games.
And 4 turnovers.
Trey White looked good on Garrett Wilson.
Okay.
And that touchdown catch by Wilson in the end zone was, come on. We're good for 1 freak play against us a year. Hopefully that was it and got it out of the way.
No, we're good for like 3.
I was trying to be nice. The only silver lining in the loss I'll give you is that Josh Allen in his Bills career, after a game in which he has 3 or more turnovers, they're 5-0. He averages 260 yards a game, 8 total touchdowns, only 2 turnovers. So he comes back with a vengeance. Normally. Today, home opener, big, beautiful day out. Big, beautiful day. They're all big. It's a small, beautiful day outside. Why not?
After all,
I don't know that one.
it's a small world.
Oh, no. I do know that one.
Anyways, who is the Jets MVP, Jimmer?
Offensively or defensively?
Just the MVP.
Well, I'll go offensively and defensively. Offensively, it was Breece Hall.
Yeah.
The MVP in that game for the Jets defense, Josh Allen, without a doubt.
I was going to say it was Josh Allen, anyways, but
Not the guy with the 3 interceptions, it's the guy with the 4 turnovers who doesn't even play for the Jets.
man, he was good for him.
Yeah, he was. Well, I mean, come on. He stunk. He doesn't take 2 of them away. Who knows? We're not here to be revisionist. We're just here to be mad at him.
Indeed.
And he'll be fine, I hope. I trust him. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, there's nothing really more about the game. They should have won. They blew it. He blew it. Defense looked good. Offense didn't look bad. Offense looked fine. Just need to score some more points. But when you keep giving the ball up,
Yeah.
4 times, 4 possessions you gave back. So that's 4 potential scores. Bleh. I don't know. And it hurt an opportunity to keep up. KC lost. The Bengals
Everyone
lost.
lost.
Miami won. It kind of stinks in that way.
Well, the good teams lost.
Yeah. And the bad teams won. And
Well, so we think.
Well, it's only week 1. It's a long season, a long, boring, drawn-out season of football.
Todd Gugino, you better be watching.
Yeah,
I just
Todd.
saw you. You told me.
He said he was going to watch?
Yeah.
Was he delivering? What was he up to on a Sunday?
I don't know.
No.
Driving by.
Driving by, did he beep?
He almost hit me.
Well, did he beep or not?
Oh, he just stopped.
Oh, so no beep.
No, no beep.
Nah, see, I'm a big fan of the beep.
Conversation.
Investigation. Sorry. Is that Cantina Boy? Wait,
I
what was
also
that?
saw Timmy.
Cajun Boy. And he also had Canteen Boy whenever Alec Baldwin would host.
Yes.
That was a good skit. You also saw who?
Timmy.
Oh, yeah? What was he up to?
I don't know. Him and Carl were doing something.
That's always a good combo, folks. Stay away from that Sunday morning combo.
That's what you get from Coggins.
Speaking of combos, the combination of the day today is the Bills and the Raiders.
Yes, indeed.
Vegas comes in 1-0, new quarterback, same crappy coach, because I don't like McDaniels. Really cool stadium, cool uniforms. Or do you not like? They're fine.
That's what they are.
They've never changed them.
No,
ever.
they're good uniforms.
Yeah, they're solid. So, you know what? We'll have last week's winner of the week, James Bielaszewski, come in and tell us about the Raiders. Because it's time for Jives!
Please, Jimmer!
That's a great song.
He's pretty smart.
Raiders unis, iconic. Like you stated,
Indeed.
they've never changed, been the same. Not saying I really like the team, but uniforms are good.
Yep, very good.
Yeah.
A lot of rappers liked him.
Yeah,
In the 90s.
Ice Cube. Big Raiders fan, that Ice Cube. He made a movie called RV.
It was the whole silver and black, because then the LA Kings had that too, and they were big on that too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but not the Lakers.
All Lakers have stayed.
But the Warriors have, no, they are gold.
Yeah, that's Golden State. San Franish.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember where the Raiders play anymore.
Who does?
Jimmer.
Las Vegas.
Ah,
Las Vegas Raiders this week.
I
As
would
you
bet
mentioned.
on that.
what's that? Sorry, 1 second. I need to
Speaking
know.
of Las Vegas.
Oh, I would bet on that. All right,
Bad joke. Anyways.
you're trying, buddy. You're trying.
As you mentioned, another week, another Bills opponent with a new quarterback. Let's dive right in on that.
Perfect.
Derek Carr had been their starter the previous 9 years. Last season, after a Week 16 loss to Pittsburgh, Carr was benched in favor of Jarrett Stidham.
Whoa. Oh yeah.
Yeah, who didn't really like the world on fire. Carr was then released this past February, signed with New Orleans. Las Vegas has now turned to quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo
Jimmy
as
G.
their starter. Garoppolo started his career with New England, then traded to San Francisco in October of 2017. Became the 49ers starter. Garoppolo, his career, a lot of success as a starter. Career record is 41-17.
That's pretty good.
That's the third best winning percentage of all active quarterbacks. The only two ahead of him are Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Garoppolo, though, in his career, hard time staying healthy. 2018, he tore his ACL in Week 3 and was done for the year. 2020, he went out in Week 2 with an ankle injury, missed 2 games. Then in Week 8, he re-aggravated his ankle injury and was done for the year. Missed time in 21 with a calf injury. Last year, he injured his foot in Week 13, shut down for the season. That led to the emergence of Brock Purdy for San Francisco, making Garoppolo expendable.
I'm glad he didn't have a groin injury. So Billy wouldn't have to point at his
I'm
groin.
doing it anyway.
Just for demonstration purposes.
Yeah, exactly. Point on the doll where you got hurt.
All right, this past March, Garoppolo signed with Vegas, reuniting him with head coach Josh McDaniels, who was the offensive coordinator during Garoppolo's time in New England.
Did we mention that we don't like that guy?
I'm not a fan either.
Nah.
Week 1, Jimmy G's first start as a Raider came at Denver. This is a game much maligned. Denver quarterback Russell Wilson actually was on fire in the first half as he completed 17 of his first 19 passes and had 2 touchdowns. Denver had a 13-10 halftime lead. Early in the third quarter, Raiders took their first drive of the second half down inside the Denver 20. Garoppolo throws a pick into the end zone. The Broncos tacked on another field goal to take a 16-10 lead. Raiders received the kickoff as a touchback, proceed 75 yards for a touchdown, giving Las Vegas a 17-16 lead. In that drive, Garoppolo completed 4 of 5 passes for 60 yards. His last completion, a 6-yard touchdown to wide receiver Jacoby Myers,
Who?
will be out today.
That's right.
Denver proceeded to go 3 and out. Raiders run out the clock. Raiders 1-0 with a 17-16 victory. Do have to add, Denver kicker Will Lutz missed an extra point and a field goal in that game.
Lutz the Putz, they call him. Nobody calls him that.
But we do now.
Thanks, Scott. Got my back.
Let's think he'll do it again.
Let's hope. Sorry, Jim.
That's all right. Anyways, Garoppolo's favorite target in Denver was Myers. He had 9 receptions for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. But, as we just mentioned, he is ruled out today with a concussion. Raiders should not experience too much of a drop-off at receiver in their starting lineup. Taking his place in the lineup is former Pro Bowl slot receiver Hunter Renfrow.
Oh, that guy.
And you may have heard of Las Vegas's other starting receiver, Devontae Adams.
He's good.
He ain't too shabby. He was traded to the Raiders in March of last year after an 8-year career with Green Bay, where he was a 5-time Pro Bowl receiver. Last year, in his first year with the Raiders, Adams had an even 100 receptions for over 1,500 yards and led the league in touchdown receptions with 14.
Do you think it's odd and or funny and or doesn't matter at all?
All the above.
Yeah, thank you. That
He went there because
of Carr, and then Carr, basically, got the doors locked on him out of the stadium by the end of the season last year.
Oh, we'll touch, not on Carr, but doors
Nope.
locked on him.
Yep.
We'll get into
Oh,
that.
I like this. I like
another
some
one.
locked doors. Go on.
Anyways, against Denver, Adams had a bit of a quiet day as he only had 6 receptions for 66 yards.
666.
Number of the beast.
Don't like it.
Iron Maiden song.
Ah.
Also having a quiet day for the Raiders last week was running back Josh Jacobs.
Al Davis.
JJ.
Last season, Jacobs racked up 12 rushing touchdowns, led the league with 1,653 rushing yards.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
He's awesome.
Adams and Jacobs became the first duo on one team to both have over 1,500 yards, either rushing or receiving, since Marvin Harrison and Edgerrin James did it for the Colts in 1999.
To say they were awesome.
Yeah. In the offseason, there was a contract dispute between the Raiders and Jacobs, resulting in Jacobs missing OTAs, training camp, all of the exhibition season. The contract dispute was settled, Jacobs resigned, but like Adams, quiet day, only 19 carries for 48 yards.
Good. And I also like how you said exhibition season.
Like that?
Yes, I do.
All right.
That's old school.
I like the old school references.
I do too.
Well, because you're old.
So are you. And they fought. And the fight is over. Continue.
On the defensive side, what the heck is going on with defensive end Chandler Jones?
You want to locked out of the building.
Gee,
After starting his career with New England, then went to Arizona, came to the Raiders for the 2022 season.
Huge, and he was a huge signing.
Oh, yeah. Numerous time Pro Bowl player. He was named to the All-Decade team for the 2010s, or would you say 2010s?
yeah.
2010s, I think they call
2010s.
it. Yeah. Doesn't make sense, though.
Well, on September 5th, Jones posted on Instagram
Yeah.
that he no longer wanted to play for the Raiders after he was locked out of the Raiders training facility. So obviously he didn't play in last week's game. He didn't even travel with the team.
He did you see that he posted on Instagram a conversation of him and Mark Davis back and forth about Mark Davis tried to call him. Chandler Jones says, well, my phone died. I'll call you back. I tried to call you. And then this big, long retort from Mark Davis about being a Raider and what being a Raider is about. It's like, boy, this is just ugly and silly.
It is.
Like, the whole thing.
When asked about it, Raiders head coach Josh McDaniels said Jones was dealing with a personal situation and that it was a private matter. And alluding to what you just talked to, Jones tweeted yesterday a rant against Raiders owner Mark Davis. I wish Davis told the people why I really can't play.
And I wish he had a better haircut. You ever see
that's
that guy's
pretty
hair?
awful.
On a side note here, do
Yes.
you think Baker Mayfield still has keys to the Browns stadium?
Like he did in all the
All the
commercials?
commercials? He just might.
I didn't like those commercials.
Wasn't like
I
Alice
love the commercials, but
Yeah.
man, he's bad.
Well,
Wasn't Alice Cooper's neighbor?
Yes. Yeah, and he had the boots because I think they went to the wrong house or whatever.
Those are great commercials.
Yeah,
Those
they
were
were
good.
fine.
Those were good.
All right, we'll talk about that another day.
Tomorrow.
All right, elsewhere on the Raiders D, watch out for defensive end Max Crosby.
Oh, he's cool.
He had 12 and a half sacks last season and started his career 2019. He's got a total of 38 and a half in his career. He had one last week against Denver.
He had 12 last year?
12 and a half.
12 and a half. He is that game, the Raiders game against the Chiefs last year, I think it was a Sunday night game. I don't know if anybody remembers this. It was pretty close, like all the way through, like early into the fourth quarter. And Crosby just looked like he was the best guy to harass Mahomes or that style quarterback because he's lanky, big, and fast.
Call him the Condor.
Oh, because he's like this?
Yeah.
Kind of like Birdman. And he's got tattoos like Birdman.
Good fly.
Yeah.
But watch out. All right, looking at the Raiders last year, they went 6-11. A lot of coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Mm-hmm.
They lost 4 of their first 5 games by a total of 14 points. 8 of their 11 losses were by 7 points or less. But if you're going to go coulda, shoulda, woulda, means you didn't.
Yeah, right. It means it didn't happen.
Now, Josh, when an NFL official throws a penalty flag at a player, that means they are
Penalized.
cheaters.
Cheaters!
You forgot your one line.
I think I had a good one, though.
I'm not going to argue with
okay?
it. Penal collie.
Well, the Raiders have been
Cheaters!
quite a bit in the past few years as they've been top 10 in penalties called against them the past 4 years. That continued last week as they were flagged 10 times against Denver. Last week I mentioned the Jets' lack of takeaways in the 22 season. Well, since 2021, the Raiders have the overall least amount of takeaways in the league. Notice how I didn't reference last night's Last time I have, Bills versus Raiders all time. Buffalo has won the last 2 that they have met, but in their history, both teams, original AFL teams starting in 1960, they played 42 times. Series dead even at 21 each. Now the total points scored in those games, Raiders have scored 956, Bills 945.
Oh, they got the edge.
Ooh.
Oh,
And that's all I got on the Raiders
We
for
could
you.
probably take that. We probably beat that today, though.
So the last 2 times the Raiders have played in Buffalo have brought some pretty wild memories. You have the Fitz scream in 2011. I remember that. That was, he threw the touchdown to Donald Jones. And then we had, last time the Raiders were here, Matt Milano's rookie year, he had a pick 6 against Carr. And the Bills won. They won both of those. Pretty cool.
I remember 51-3.
I don't.
Championship
That was
game.
very little.
Oh, man.
All right,
I
Jimmer.
remember Bo Jackson
He was the
on
best.
the sideline with his kids. He got hurt, I think.
Is that when he hurt his hip?
Yeah, I think so.
That was the season, yeah.
Yeah, that was right. All right, Jimmer.
Fire away.
Okay, it's first down. The only way to get a first down is to tell me what college Devontae Adams went to.
Fresno State.
Fresno State. Yeah, that's right. All right, it's second down and 10.
All right.
But you got to tell me how many Super Bowls the Raiders have won as a franchise in order to get a first down.
3.
And for bonus yards, there's a challenge on a defensive targeting play if you could name the 3 years that they won it in.
3 years. No, I can't do that.
76, 80, and 83. It was almost an awesome every 3-year deal. Very good. Third down and 10. You mentioned Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes.
Well, you mentioned he was drafted by the Patriots in what, 2012?
Sounds about right.
Do you know what school they drafted him from? Oh, the pressure's on.
Garoppolo.
It's a little odd. It's not.
It's like a directional school, I think.
Yep. Oh, this quarterback's stepping up in the pocket.
Central Michigan?
You are. Yeah, go the other way. Well, no, Central is not. Well, Central.
Kind of.
Damn it. North, north, west, south,
East. Michigan?
Illinois.
Eastern Illinois.
All right, you got sacked, but that's okay.
All right.
All right, it's fourth down. Now we really got to put. Now that we're putting the screws to you. I'm going to give you a list of stadiums that the Raiders may or may not have played in their career. I told you fourth down was going to be hard since their inception.
All right.
And I'm just going to give you the stadium. You're going to tell me yes or no.
All right.
All right, Allegiant Stadium.
Yes.
The Oakland Coliseum.
Yes.
The LA Coliseum.
No.
Oh, boy.
Was he right on any of these?
Yes.
Oh, okay, just wondering.
They did play in both the Oakland and the LA Coliseum.
I just had 2 no's in a row, or 2 yeses in a row.
Candlestick Park.
No.
That's a yes. Oh, boy. We're just throwing it up for grabs here. Frank Ewell Field.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, we got that one. Kazar Stadium.
No.
Okay. They played in all of those.
No, all right.
Got him. Booyah, Grandma. Finally, Billy outsmarted Jimmer. We can probably shut the show off now. It's never going to happen again.
Well, we can now.
All right. Thanks, Jimmer.
Hey.
Anybody got a lighter on him?
Beautiful audience.
Must
Thank
have
you.
dropped mine.
Yep.
So anyway, where's Aaron?
He's at the game.
He's at the game?
I
Are you
guess.
sure? I thought Mac picked him up to go to some like cockfighting ring in like Southern Illinois or
Wouldn't
something.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Central Michigan.
Central Michigan cockfighting ring. Yeah, that's where they are. Aaron's in there betting on all the chickens. That'd be awesome.
Aaron's
check
fighting
that.
the chickens.
Well, knowing Matt, he'd dress Aaron up as a chicken. Say, go get him, buddy. Little pecker.
I'm betting on this guy.
So we're going to call it Q&A with Double A, but it's actually going to be Scott's Funhouse Happy Time with Scott Reynolds, but we're still going to play the Q&A song.
Because I wrote it.
Because we.
That's right.
Are you ready to play with Double A? Here's Double A.
Where am I going?
You can
Right there.
right there is fine.
Right there.
I don't want to
don't
be
care.
there. Am I? On,
No,
am,
right
am I not on camera?
Sit right there, lean to your everyone,
there you go.
everyone to the left. 1, 2, 3.
Well, how do I?
That worked out. That was awesome.
Who's driving this show?
Dave.
I know who's rowing the boat.
Yeah.
All right, so I got to do his bit. And
Yeah.
and he gave it to me last night.
So you are very
Oh,
prepared.
man. How late
Sort
was
of
it?
prepared. What?
How late was it?
It was late.
10 o'clock.
Okay, so there are currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 0-1 teams.
Okay.
Right? With an 0-1 team, I can't do an impression of him. I'm going to do Jimmer, sort of.
Go
That
ahead.
doesn't make sense, though, does it?
What?
Because there's
Well, that's what he
31 teams,
32
Yeah.
teams.
32.
32 teams. How
Yeah.
are there only 11 0-1 teams?
There's a lot of ties.
Sorry,
There's a
Double
lot
A.
of ties out there. Yeah, wait a minute. You're right. Look it. That's what it says, right?
Oh, Double A, we need to teach
Oh,
you.
whatever. Let's just.
Yeah, it's wrong.
It's
So,
fine.
Well, it was late.
All right,
then.
whatever. So when you're 0-1, you have a 9.2% chance of making the playoffs.
Oh, boy.
If you get to
0-2?
0 and 2, I mean.
If you get to 0 and 2, I was
You
just say,
get to
boy,
0 and 2. I'm not double A. It's his thing.
don't blame double A on this.
Okay, who could still make it if they were 0 and 2?
Yep.
You want to know the teams?
Sure.
Okay, Patriots.
Yes, please.
No.
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 Are
Oh,
you-
yeah. No, go one by one.
Are
This
you
is good.
taping this? Or just taking
I
pictures?
think Dave's doing the producing. I'm just taking a picture.
Good point. Okay, Patriots.
No.
No.
Bills.
Yes.
Right. Steelers.
No.
Not if they
No.
go 0-2, no.
The Bengals.
Yes.
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 Texans.
No.
No.
Titans.
Nope.
No.
No.
Colts.
Nope.
No.
Chiefs.
Yes.
Yes.
Chargers.
Ooh.
They never
They're-
make the playoffs.
They'd be in a bad hole anyway because of the
They did
division.
it last year.
Yeah.
Well, they.
Did they start
I'm
0
gonna
2?
say, I'm gonna
I don't-
say yes.
That's
Okay.
one I
You
don't.
say yes?
Yeah.
I don't even care.
I'm going
They'll
no.
lose in the first
That's
round
not
anyway.
the question.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't care about any of this.
Set him
crap,
straight, Aaron.
But I'm here.
What if you
And that's not fair.
with 2 ties?
No one's ever done
losses.
that.
Does this make me look fat?
You're sitting next to Josh. Like you look skinny, buddy.
Oh, no. All right, where was I? Chiefs, Chargers. Did we do Chargers? Broncos
No.
No.
Ah,
and Giants. I don't know who's missing.
no.
Giants, no. It's missing like the rest of the NFC.
Arizona?
Okay. So now.
No.
No.
Chicago,
Who's-
no.
Chicago? No. We got this covered.
Who's?
Aaron, you forgot the apostrophe and you added an E.
Who's?
And a no.
Okay. Who's the best 0-1 team?
Kansas
Bills.
City.
I think Kansas City too.
Could be
I'm
wrong.
gonna say the Bills.
Yeah.
What about when Kansas City gets that big, handsome tight end back? That guy.
He's dating
He's supposed
Taylor
to be
Swift,
close,
and
yeah.
I
I'm
don't think
over
he
the
is.
both of them.
He's dating Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't
Travis
think he
Kelce,
is.
Taylor Swift, they are an item.
You know, that's just going to be trouble.
Ah!
Your tiger beat Meg.
Well, we got our issues.
All right, who's the worst 0-1 team?
Arizona.
Arizona by far.
The Texans.
That's,
That's fair.
yep.
All
I
right.
just wanted to be different.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
His
You
last
are.
thing is a joke. Should I draw this out or because that's all he gave me.
No, we're good.
All right.
Draw it out.
Okay, I'll come up with no. What do you call? Jesus.
Did he spell it wrong again?
What do you call Jesus?
What do you call an athlete who injured 75% of his spine?
What?
A quarterback.
I was just going to say
A quarterback.
75%,
Aaron.
25.
I hope you really enjoy the game because we're going to have a serious talk when you get back.
that. He set you up for that.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to make Scott look
That
stupid.
son of a bitch.
Well,
Yeah.
double A.
Well, that's all he has.
That's fine.
All righty.
We don't need any more bad jokes. Josh has only said like one today, so we got plenty of room
Yeah.
for him.
I have 2.
Last week, Jimmer predicted 9 games correctly. Josh, 5. The ties really hurt you sometimes, man.
Well,
Aaron predicted 7 correct, and Billy got 10, but we won't mention that. So anyway, it's time for Quick Picks.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Quick Picks.
Number 1, how can I hate a show that has cool music for everything? Number 2, Scott did all the music, so we're obligated to like it. Number 3, we actually genuinely like it. Fair enough?
I don't know whether I'll take your word for it, but
Yeah, we're good. All right, ready, Jimmer?
I'm ready.
Fire off. Kansas City at Jacksonville. Big week 2 matchup.
Big week 2. Jacksonville is getting 3. Which stat do you want to go with?
That one.
Patrick Mahomes' career, KC is 13-3 straight up following a loss. You want to go with that one?
Now go with the other one.
Jacksonville under head coach Doug Peterson, 5-0 outright as a home underdog, including last year's playoff game versus the Chargers. I'm going Kansas City. I don't see him going.
Kelsey playing?
Yes.
Yes.
Taylor Swift going to be there?
Good possibility.
So many things.
I think Kansas City will shake it off,
There it is.
and they will win.
Well done.
Scott?
Kansas City.
I'm going with the upset. Jacksonville at home.
Man, that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
It just,
It would.
It could happen.
now, we talk about KC being down and how much, but like if Jacksonville's 2-0, I mean, there's another AFC team.
Mahomes is just, he's a magician.
He's awesome.
He does all like that.
And they got Chris Jones back. But let's get a little fun going on with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The Seahawks,
They can play.
who disappointed everybody last week, at the Lions, who undisappointed everybody last week.
Remember that last week?
Detroit is giving 4.5. Past 10 games, including playoffs, Seattle is 1-9 against the spread. Last 11 games for Detroit, 10-1 versus the spread. Detroit.
Scott?
Well, I want to see Detroit, and I want to root for them, so I'll pick them.
Okay.
Lions.
Cool. Across the board. Yeah, I like that. The Lions.
And I think Seattle was a spoof last year. Like,
That-
yeah.
they-
Fluke.
Yeah.
A fluke. Whatever you want
Fluke.
to call it.
Ravens at Bengals. Man, did Joe Burrow not look good last week?
Bengals are giving 3.
Wow.
Last week against Cleveland, Joe Burrow, 14 for 31 for 82 yards.
Really?
Yeah, not good.
That was it. Last season, including the playoffs, 3 out of 4 of Burrow's lowest ratings as a quarterback against Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 10-1-1 against the spread, 8-4 straight up as an underdog in his career. But
Nope.
I'm going with Cincy to bounce back.
Oh,
But-
but
Everyone's got a big butt.
how about your big
See,
butt,
somebody
Scott?
there.
What do you think?
I go with Bengals.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Ravens because I want them to win.
I'm also going with the Ravens, but I don't believe in either team. And I'm only not believing in the Bengals out of spite.
I'm gonna switch because I don't want to root for the Bengals.
There you go. I don't want either team to win out of spite, but I like
Oh,
Lamar
I should
Jackson.
have went with a tie. Could I change
Nope.
mine to a tie?
Scott gets one change.
I get that because it's my
Yeah.
first time.
That's right.
This year.
Colts at Texans. Richardson didn't look too bad last week for the Colts.
No, he didn't. Houston is giving 1. Quarterback, we have this year's 4th overall pick, Anthony Richardson of Indy. 2nd overall pick, C.J. Stroud of Houston. 2nd time in NFL history. 2 starting quarterbacks will be under the age of 22. Last time was Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota in 2015. Since last season, Indy 1-6 against the spread versus division opponents. I'm taking Houston just because they're home.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take the Baltimore Colts
Okay.
because I'm old.
Yes. I know.
I guess I'll take Indy.
Johnny
Just
Unitas
because I
came
said
you-
the Texans are bad.
I'm kind of going with the Texans at home deal, and they have like a top offensive player drafted, obviously, and a top defensive player drafted as well. I think the game could go either, whatever. They're both young teams trying to figure it out. Fine. Chicago, who disappointed everybody last week, versus Tampa Bay, who surprised everybody last week, beating Minnesota on the road.
Tampa Bay is giving 2.5. You mentioned Baker Mayfield earlier. He is looking to join Ryan Fitzpatrick, Rob Johnson, and Sean King as the only Bucs quarterbacks to win their first 2 starts with the team.
Wow.
I say he does it.
Okay.
Maybe T-Bay.
I'm gonna go Chicago.
Okay.
I guess I'll go Tampa just because of those stupid stats you just gave me.
I was going to pick Chicago, and I picked against Chicago last week because I thought Green Bay Chicago would have been a tighter game. Chicago just didn't look
bad.
anything about the talk that they had, and whatever. All right, speaking of the team that beat Chicago, Green Bay at Atlanta.
Atlanta is giving 3. Falcons' second-year quarterback Desmond Ridder has 5 career starts. He hasn't thrown an interception yet.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll take Atlanta.
Who's playing?
Packers?
Green Bay at Atlanta.
Yeah.
Green Bay. I would go Green Bay.
Okay.
I'm going to go Green Bay just because I love
Yeah.
their quarterback.
I'm going to go Green Bay without Aaron Jones today, though, too.
True.
But I'll still take Green Bay. Love looked good last week. L.A. at Tennessee. Josh, you got one chance on this. Not going with it? All right. L.A. at the Titans.
All right. Titans are getting 2.5. Chargers running back Austin Eckler ruled out. Chargers 8-1-3 against the spread. Their last 12 versus Tennessee. I'm going with the Chargers. I say Herbert has a big day.
I'll do the Chargers as well because I don't know anything about it, and Jimmer does.
Good answer.
Good enough.
I'm going to go with the Chargers because they're not playing a good team. When they play good teams, they lose.
Right.
They make it close, but they lose.
Their defense looked awful against Miami last week. Miami looked really good, but
Miami's defense looked awful, too.
yeah. I'm going to go with the Chargers, too. I really hate the Titans coach and blah, blah, blah. Niners at Rams.
Rams getting 7 points. San Fran running back Christian McCaffrey has started 11 games for San Francisco. 49ers are 11-0 when he starts.
He's pretty good,
Guess who's
too.
starting today?
Christian McCaffrey.
They should probably sit him.
Ugh, let's make it interesting.
You picking the Niners?
Yes.
I am too.
Yep.
This is the first time in NFL history at any point quarterback-wise that someone who was taken number 1 overall, this is easy though, has ever faced a quarterback who was
Irrelevant.
picked last overall in any year of the draft.
Mr. Irrelevant?
Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant's pretty good
That's awesome.
for that offense.
He's
so
pretty good.
That's awesome.
thank you.
Hey, Mary, what's in my coffee cup? Is there coffee in there?
Probably bees. in
We need
there.
answers.
No,
Nothing? Empty?
All right.
All
I was
right.
going to go get it. Would that be unprofessional?
No, God, no. Do whatever you need.
Interrupt the show and ask about that?
I've got negative at Arizona, but I can't read my writing.
Negative kind of describes the Giants last
All right.
week. Arizona's getting 4. Neither team scored an offensive touchdown last week. Giants got destroyed by Dallas. Under head coach Brian Dable, the Giants are 6-0 against the spread after a loss. I'll go with the G-Men.
Giants.
I guess I'll go with the Giants just because.
Yeah, I'm just,
Because
me
Arizona
too.
sucks.
Yeah. And the Giants might suck too, but
I know.
whatever.
But
Yeah.
they're Giants.
But they're
Big
bigger.
men?
They're bigger than
Are they
Cardinals.
Giants? Is the team Giants? Or there's the players Giants? Like the team?
It's like a
Players
team full of
team.
Giants. Like the Eagles are a team full of Eagles.
They
But is
fly
anybody in the
high.
front office an Eagle
I would
too?
think an eagle could kill a giant because it could fly way up high and attack that way. You know.
I guess so.
You guys have the same shoes.
Yes. Jets at Cowboys.
I don't have the same shoes.
That's awesome.
Jets at Cowboys.
Sandals.
Our biggest spread of the day, Dallas giving 8.5. Unless you've been living under a rock or been at darkness retreat the past 6 days, you may have heard that Aaron Rodgers out for the season. That's all right. Zach Wilson is... never mind. No.
No.
Give me Dallas.
All right.
Definitely Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daddy said never pick the Cowboys, but I hate the Jets.
I hate the Cowboys.
Washington at Denver.
Denver is giving 4 since start of last season. Denver's 1-7 against the spread as a favorite. However, I'm going with Denver to win here.
Okay.
Nope, I'm going with Washington.
Good idea.
I'm going with the Washington football team.
That's right. Gosh darn it.
What did they decide on?
WTF.
Well, they're the Commanders now, but they should be something cooler,
The Commanders.
Commies.
like the Redskins.
Like
Wait.
the-
Ooh, we can't say.
Miami at New England. Sunday night game.
New England is getting 2.5. Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, 4-0 in his career versus Bill Belichick. No quarterback has ever won their first five straight starts versus Belichick since he became Patriots head coach in 2000. New England 0-6 against the spread. Past 6 games as an underdog. I'm taking the Dolphins.
I'm taking the damned old Dolphins my own self.
I am too. New England sucks.
And with that being said, I'll take the Patriots. New Orleans at Carolina, the early game Monday night. 2 games
Oh, there's
tomorrow night.
2, that's
yeah,
right.
doubleheader.
All right, this is my game of the week. I don't have anything on this one. Carolina's getting 3. I'm taking the Saints.
Taking the Saints.
Saints go marching in.
I don't care, so it's like,
I don't either.
I'll take the Saints. Oh, I care. The Saints.
Oh, I love the Saints too.
Yep, New Orleans. Cleveland at Pittsburgh, the second of the doubleheader tomorrow night.
Pittsburgh getting 2.5. Cleveland has lost 19 straight regular season games in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has won an NFL record 20 straight Monday Night Football games. Keep it going. Give me Pittsburgh.
I'm going Cleveland. I think they're due.
Wait, are they at home?
In Pittsburgh.
They're in Pittsburgh. That was his whole point.
You're going with
Cleveland, and I think they're due. I think they're going to.
This one's going to be a tie.
There it is.
Oh.
That's a good call on that.
I think Cleveland looked too good against Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh looked too bad against the Niners. But Tomlin's a good freaking coach, and I hate Deshaun Watson, so I hope Pittsburgh wins. All right,
Cannonball.
Vegas at Bills.
Bills giving 7.5. I don't see the Bills going 0-2 to start. I think home opener, Bills sizable 31-17.
We got to have a score too, right?
Oh, yeah?
Okay, so Bills, of course, 603 to 13.
I like it. Very, very admirable, pick there.
I'm
There'll be
going to
some field goals,
go
so it'll be higher.
Bills 24, Vegas 14,
Ooh.
because I got squares and I got 4 and 4.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Bills 31-17. Right the ship. Allen, calm the hell down. Everything's going to be just
We got him.
fine.
2 years ago, they started right against Pittsburgh and had.
Oh, yeah, and then they beat
horrible-
Miami
and then-
35 to nothing the next
And then
week.
they got screwed in the playoffs, and because of overtime and. Don't get me started.
And stuff.
Well, this is when the season really kicks off because last week was
week
an
one's a
aberration.
crapshoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, every team.
So, no, now you got
Oh,
tape. You got
week 1, here we come.
All right. Let's go, team.